So I just stumbled upon this project called Patina, which is a Rust implementation of UEFI firmware.
Really? That's intriguing. I didn't know UEFI could be reimagined using Rust. What's the main goal?
It's all about replacing UEFI components that are traditionally in C with Rust, focusing on improving security and stability.
Weight, security, and stability. How does Rust enhance those aspects compared to C?
Rust's memory safety features are a huge factor. It prevents common bugs related to memory management that often lead to vulnerabilities.
That's a solid point. I mean, those vulnerabilities can be a nightmare in firmware. But isn't Rust still relatively new to this space?
Definitely, Patina is in a beta phase right now. It's like they're testing the waters before diving in deeper.
Right, but that makes me wonder about the integration challenges. How easy is it for platforms to adopt this?
Great question. The plan is for an incremental migration so platforms can transition components gradually.
That does sound more manageable, but can they still maintain performance while switching to Rust?
Exactly, they aim to retain similar boot performance, which is critical for firmware.
So there's a balance between security and performance. Interesting. What about the community's role in this project?
Patina really encourages community contributions, which can speed up progress. They want feedback on priorities, too.
That's refreshing. Community-driven projects often lead to better outcomes. Are there specific areas they want help with?
Yes, they have three main focus areas: stabilization, expansion of capabilities, and ecosystem integration.
Expansion sounds exciting, but what does that entail specifically?
They're looking to add new components to replace C-based UEFI ones and even create a Rust-based management mode core.
Wow, that's ambitious. But isn't there a risk in replacing established components too quickly?
Absolutely, they need to ensure thorough testing and feedback to avoid breaking anything during the transition.
Yeah, I can see how critical that feedback loop is. What about benchmarks? Are they measuring performance along the way?
Yes, they use a benchmarking library to test performance and will add more benchmarks as necessary.
That's smart. It keeps everything accountable. But what if the benchmarks show a drop in performance?
That's a concern. They'll need to analyze that data and adjust their approaches accordingly.
So it's really a balancing act, isn't it? Security versus stability versus performance.
Exactly, and they also have to align with Rust's best practices, which can be a challenge as they evolve.
I can imagine. It's a lot to juggle. What's the timeline for these developments?
They're focusing on stabilization first, which will take a few months, then expansion and integration.
And what if a new Rust version comes out? How do they manage that?
Good point, they recommend updating at least quarterly, but they also consider the impact on users before jumping in.
That's sensible. It shows they're thinking about user experience too. What's your take on their approach?
I think it's promising. Combining Rust's features with community involvement could really elevate UEFI firmware.
Totally, but we should keep an eye on how they handle the transition. Early missteps can be costly.
That's true. It'll be fascinating to see how they navigate these challenges moving forward.
Absolutely. And it could set a precedent for other projects looking to transition to Rust.
Imagine if more legacy systems started adopting Rust, the impact could be huge.
For sure, it's like a domino effect for security and performance across the tech landscape.
It's exciting to think about the possibilities. One question remains, can they maintain that momentum?
Great question. Only time will tell, but I'm eager to see how this unfolds in the coming months.
Same here, I guess we'll be keeping a close watch on Patina and its journey into the firmware world.
Absolutely. And who knows? This could inspire new projects in the Rust ecosystem.
For sure, it's a thrilling time for Rust and firmware development. Can't wait to see where this leads.